This is the Community Couch, where we discover, discuss, and shed light on things that are happening in the communities of the greater Tulsa area. I'm your host, Samuel Scherf, and on today's episode, we'll be discussing who I am, what the Community Couch is, and why I decided to start the Community Couch. So, with that being said, welcome to the first episode. I just want to make this kind of brief and kind of just give you guys an understanding of who I am and what I've done, and then obviously talk about the Community Couch and like what I really want it to be, and how I think it's going to benefit you guys in the long run. So we'll start with a little bit about me. I was born and raised in Owasso, Oklahoma. It was a great place. I obviously growing up, had great friends and great family life and everything like that. Things were always good. As I got older and I started to get into, high school and things of that nature, I'll say school wasn't my biggest attribute. I felt like I was, like I could do the work and I could get things done, but it was just finishing assignments in the sense. I say get things done. I could do the math problems. I could do all the work, but I just didn't want to. I think that a lot of us kind of share that. And then of course, going forward, I ended up dropping out of high school, and then kind of just gotten I'll say just surrounded with people that weren't influencing me to do better and to make good decisions. So I decided to part ways with that, and I ended up getting my GED. So that was a pivotal moment in my life where I realized that if I really sought out what I wanted to do, I could really jump on it and make those things happen. And it really impacted me in a great way. So moving on from there, I ended up getting a job at Case & Associates in Tulsa as a painter. Doing really well with that. I ended up moving up, getting a lead painting position, and just working in the community and just being part of it. And I realized that I wanted to do more with my life. I wanted to push further and to have better things. I wanted to do better for my family, and I wanted to obviously, just me personally, I wanted to have more. So like all of us, I decided that I was like, hey, I'm going to go to college. So I decided to go to college and get a degree. I ended up getting a degree in audio engineering. So obviously, my thought was to do, work in a studio or producer or do sound for movies and things of that nature. So it all kind of came on really fast, and I did great in college. It was something that I was passionate about, and so it really kind of opened my eyes to why did I do so good in college but I didn't do good in high school. And it made sense that it was a passion of mine, and so it was something that I really drove for and I actually wanted. And so of course I got my degree, and then I started working in the industry, and it was really hard to make money in that industry. It was kind of an hourly wage, and I would do things on the side, and then I realized hey, I should start doing this on my own. I should start my own business and really focus on myself and how I can grow and develop. And so I started doing stuff on the side, and while doing that, I realized that I need more money. I gotta pay the bills. I gotta have money to get equipment that I want, and so I got a job in sales. So that was another big point in my life where I realized that I was really good with people and talking to people and working with people. And my passion is to be able to help people and to have a positive outcome. Nothing feels better than whenever someone, you finish a job or you help them with sales, and they see that and their eyes light up and they're ecstatic because obviously the job was done. It was done well, and you obviously didn't charge them an arm and a leg. But that was a big point to where I started to understand that working with people is what owning your business is. I mean, that's what an entrepreneur's job is people and ideas, and how can you make it the most smooth situation and not have any flaws going through the process. So, in doing that, obviously we're jumping forward a little bit here, but I got to the point where, I worked a couple other jobs, and I realized that working for myself is what I really wanted. Being an entrepreneur and starting my own business and, making my own way. I didn't want limits put in front of me. I didn't want roadblocks and things like that are out of my control. I wanted to be able to have the freedom and the ability to make the decisions that I felt were most appropriate for the business and growing. So, I ended up starting my own lawn care business, which, funny enough, getting started, it was kind of funny. I had a push mower, I had a weed eater that was like plug into the wall kind of weed eater, and then I didn't even have a blower. I had a broom to brush things off. And so I went around my neighborhood that I lived in at that time, and I just door knocked and talked to people, and I asked them. I said, hey, like, I'll mow your lawn for $20. We'll do it on a weekly thing. And before I knew it, I had 10 people in that first week. And so I took all that money that I made and I reinvested it back into the business and to grow. That business obviously started to do well. Getting into it, was, in a month, I think it was somewhere around 100 clients, and I was like, whoa, like this is cool. Like I'm making money. I work on my own time. It's hard work, but I'm getting paid, and things are working out. So I realized that I was like, man, I can expand this, and I can do more, and I can grow. And so I really started to reach out into the community, see what what was out there, like social media pages and just HOAs and neighborhoods. And then I realized that networking was the biggest thing that helped me. It really jumped me into being able to expand and to grow. So with a lawn care business, before I knew it, years down the road, it wasn't quick. It was something that took time, but years down the road, I realized that I, got to a point where, I was running 2 crews that were cutting grass, and then I had a crew that was doing cleanups and landscapes and leaf removals and things of that nature. So, it was going really good, but I feel like I hit a peak, and it was kind of one of those things where, how much time you're putting into work versus what you're getting out of it. I didn't feel like I had a balance there. And so, what does an entrepreneur do? They start another business. And so, of course, with that being said, I kept my lawn care business going and running and all that good stuff. So it was, it worked, but I ended up starting a flooring business. Same kind of concept. I knocked on doors and I talked to people. I really didn't advertise very much outside of just organic advertising, wearing shirts, talking to friends and family, getting out there in the community and building that network. Before I knew it, again, I started another business. So going on number 3, which was a painting business. I started doing household painting, and it worked out really well. I grew that to a certain point, and I realized that I'm more of an entrepreneur than, we'll say, a business person. I think entrepreneurs have that mindset to start something and to grow it and to develop it and then move on, go to the next thing. With that being said, it made me realize that with these 3 businesses that I had, I wanted to do more. I wanted something else. And so I hadn't really developed as a business owner at that time, to where I wanted to run the business and to be more efficient and to develop something that could continue to grow. So what made sense to me was, I was like, hey, I'm going to sell these businesses, and then I'm going to start something. I'm going to do something new. And so obviously in selling those businesses, it gave me the opportunity to kind of have some time to really think about what I wanted to do and what I wanted to become. And so it was perfect. It really made so much sense to, to continue to just develop. With that being said, again, I'm trying not to run on rants here, but with that being said, I ended up selling the businesses, and then it gave me the opportunity to be able to get my real estate license. And as an entrepreneur, it was something that made sense to me because it's new every single time. It's new every time I get a new listing, or I have a new buying client, or a commercial account. It's something new, and it's an endeavor that you have to really dig deep and find, how can I showcase this property to be, to make the most, to help my client the most. And then, of course, same thing with buying or whatnot. Like, what can I do to be ahead of the game? So when we find a house that we love, that client gets that house. It's not, oh, we lost this one. Sorry, we just didn't, we didn't come in with a high enough offer, or better, we didn't have a better offer in general. And so, it's exciting and it's fun. And in doing this, I realized that, there's so much that real estate agents do, not only just like for individuals and clients and things like that, but for the community in general. So when I started to put all the things together, it made sense for me to start the Community Couch. We'll get into, what is the Community Couch. I'll start that first. So with that being said, what the Community Couch is the Community Couch is where we discover, discuss, and shed light on things that are happening in our community of the greater Tulsa area. So that's, Owasso, Collinsville, Skytook, Bixby, Glenpool, Catoosa, Claremore, all the areas, Broken Arrow, all that stuff. And, with that being said, it's something that I look at media outlets, whether it be social media or the news or, whatever it may be. I look at those things and I see that, there's a lot of negativity. There's not a lot of positive things going on. And so it really opened my eyes to being able to help businesses thrive, to help the community to grow, and to bring attention to things that are happening that aren't necessarily mainstream media kind of things. And so, I was like, how can I do this? How can I help the communities grow and develop and to come together in a positive way? And with putting those things together, what made sense to me was to do, the Community Couch and talk to businesses, talk to entrepreneurs, and talk to people that stand out in the community that are, doing great things. And so that's really what made sense to me. And then as a real estate agent, it gives me the ability to talk to you about future up and coming events, whether it may be like the fair or a show at like a whatever they have, the home and garden shows and all that stuff, and then little events as well. So if maybe there's a liquor store in a certain community that's having a tasting or things of that nature, I want to be able to showcase those things and bring those to you so that you can obviously take advantage of it, but you can also have the ability to showcase things for yourself too. So if you are a business or anything like that, you can reach out to me and we can showcase it on the Community Couch and be able to share these things with everyone as well. The other thing is to talk about real estate, right? So talk about how the market's doing and where it's going, and what's coming to the market, what's available, and so I want to do showcases on that as well, so that you guys can be able to be in the loop of what's going on. And then breaking it down to like why I decided to start the Community Couch. There's a lot that a real estate agent can do for people. Not only is it that we help people buy and sell property, and we we assist in those things, but we're the gatekeepers when it comes to multiple industries. So whether it be electrician or a plumber or someone who does carpentry or many of different things, there's so many things that get brought together. Whenever you buy a new home in a certain area, you want to know what's going on in that area, and the real estate agents are able to help you to find those things and to understand the education system and businesses around and what's going to happen in the future. Is it going to continue to make money? Are you going to lose money on your home, or is it a new build and you want to know what's going on in the area so that a bunch of stuff doesn't get built up around you. We're the gatekeepers to a lot of different things that happen. And so with that being said, I had the idea because owning businesses and running businesses in the community, there's so many things that can happen that can just change just instantly, and then put you in a direction that might not be the way that you want to go, or it might put you in a perfect situation for what's developing. And so with that being said, like why I decided to start the Community Couch is that I have a lot of connections with business owners, entrepreneurs, people in the community, and multiple communities as well. So I wanted to be able to share these things with you so that, obviously you get the news, you get the, the exciting things that are happening in a positive way, and shine a bright light on what's going on. And you don't feel like it's like negative all the time. You don't feel like there's bad things that's constantly going on. It's something that you can really thrive on and enjoy. And so that's really why I decided to start it. The Community Couch is because I want that positive outlet for people. I want people to be able to, come and watch or listen and say like, hey, this is something I need to jump on, or this is an area I want to be in, or, same thing with, business owners, or businesses in general. If you want to showcase, what you have going on, maybe you have an event coming up, or maybe, I find the event and I want to showcase that because I think it's something that's great. Many of different things that I think that the Community Couch will help you guys, as well as businesses and entrepreneurs and just people trying to do great things in our community. And so I want to share that, and that's really why I decided to start the Community Couch. So I know I'm rambling, and I apologize, but I breaking things down and kind of coming to a conclusion. The biggest part about the Community Couch is that I just want everyone to have a place to go that they know is going to be, we'll say, safe, a place that's positive and has good things happening. So if you are a business and you do want to reach out to me about getting your business featured on the Community Couch, let me know, and I'd love to talk to you, and kind of we can come up with a game plan. And same thing with everyone else. Maybe you're not a business owner, but maybe you want to know about something, right? So maybe you're like, I'd love to know what new boutiques or restaurants or whatever it may be, you want to know those things, feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to talk to you about it, and then of course be able to do a show or another episode about those things specifically. But you can definitely if you stay tuned and keep if you like it, share it, all that good stuff, subscribe to it, you'll be updated with all the the latest information. So that's kind of my conclusion, and I do want to thank you guys for taking a look at this and being a part of the Community Couch, and hopefully we'll have some great episodes coming up soon. So we'll see you soon.